All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm going to give everybody a second to jump on and say hi. We are here at Sew and Save. This is Patchwork Party Live for March 2025, the Daylight Savings Time version.
Daylight savings time.
We love daylight savings time.
Do we?
I don't like losing an hour, but I like that it's lighter out longer at night. I do like that. I like that a lot, especially when the weather is nice and warm like it is today. Love that too, because spring is on its way, you guys. It's coming. Oh, can't wait. It's March.
Do a mic check. Yeah.
Oh, mic check. Can you hear me? Hear me? Thumbs up, everybody. Can you see us okay? Can you hear us okay? Make sure that you like us and share us so that your name goes in to win a gift card tonight. And then don't forget that PP 20% off everything that I show you tonight. So keep an eye out for stuff that you see that you like. Stop in or shop online, and PP20 gets you 20% off. How are we doing? Do we have people jumping on?
About
Oh, okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah. Everybody ready for St. Patrick's Day? Very excited. We have corned beef. We're ready to go. Ready to go.
Sauerkraut.
Absolutely. Sauerkraut, yeah. Check. Rye bread, check. Because we don't like make the, with the carrots and the potatoes and that. No, we make Reuben sandwiches. That's how we celebrate. That's how we celebrate it. And don't forget tonight to say happy birthday to Joe. It's his birthday today. He's behind the cameras. Where else would he want to be on his birthday but here with us at Sew and Save and Patchwork Party? So say happy birthday to Joe. Happy birthday. Happy.
Yours was Friday, last
Friday, yeah, a lot of March people. And Sherry Wallen, too. Her birthday was, and Kathy's just had a birthday, too. Our Kathy Grom, who works here, too. I think she just had a birthday.
Oh, my God.
It's a big, March is a big birthday month.
Yeah.
Big birthday month, yeah. So wish everybody happy birthday. Are we ready to get going? Are we ready to show you all the new stuff? We got new stuff coming in every day.
There's
every day.
People on, but I haven't seen anybody share. So
Are you sharing? Okay.
I don't know what's going on.
So you can share us and like us and comment and say hey to all those things so that your name goes in. When you do that, your name goes in, and Facebook has this thing, and you spin a wheel and it picks your name.
Cool. I'm getting some happy birthdays.
Yay! Yes, lots of happy birthdays to Joe. Yay! Yeah, we had a good weekend. We had a lot of fun. So,
55 on.
All right. Are we ready to take a look at some new stuff?
We are.
We have new stuff. Okay, I'm going to start over here. I've been bag making, and I think I'm bagged out. So I think I've made enough bags for a little while. They're fun to do, and but I made a bunch this weekend. So and last weekend. So I'm ready to be done with bags for a little while. But we got in this really cool botany. It's called. I was going to say, I can't remember the name of it. But this is Botany from Moda, and I still have little invisible threads poking out. This is a really cute tote bag, and the tote bag pattern is called the Travel Tote. We've made it before in French General fabric, which was this, and we still have some of those left, so I put those in Patchwork Party. Remember, PP20 gets you 20% off. These fabrics are all linen, so they make really, really super nice bags. So this is, again, this fabric is called Botany, and it's from Moda, so it has this really, really cool print. Really cool flowers and prints. I think it's kind of hip and trendy. I think the college girls and high school girls and even middle school girls would like this kind of fabric. It's kind of, a little bit newer and fresher. This is kind of French General, a little bit more traditional. So this bag is really fun because back here on the back is the sleeve that fits over your suitcase handle.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, nice big bag. I didn't put any pockets on, so you can, so it just slides right over. Super simple bag to make. It's not a by-any bag. So girls, well, I put binding on this. You don't have to, but I put a little binding trim on the pockets and yeah, it's a big bag. Holds a lot of stuff. Lots and lots of stuff. So this is the travel tote. And that's this one made out of botany. These are linens. And then I took this little pattern that's called the easy zipper cases. And let me tell you, they are very easy. Super, super easy. Again, not a by-any. And again, no binding. So I know you guys, some people are they don't like the binding that you have to do on the by-any bags. And it does have a little zipper, but it's a super simple pouch bag. This is the large size. And you can see I still have to like sew my bottom, but it all goes and you just turn it right side back out, right side out again. So you can make them two-toned or you can just make them solid. So they give you cutting instructions to do both. This is the small, this is the large. I got tired and I didn't make the medium. I was bagged out. It was Sunday afternoon, 4 o'clock. It'll really only this one took me about an hour to make. This one took me maybe a half an hour to make. So once you make one, they're really super easy to make. So this one is all just one fabric, really cute fabric on the inside. And I'll show you the botany fabric as we get around and get over to those. So really fun. Great little bags to throw into the big bag when you're traveling or just for sewing. It also fits really nice on your sewing machine bag cart thing. So you can throw your sewing supplies in there as well. The other bag, and again, that was the easy zipper case. 3 different sizes, 2 different styles, either plain or two-toned. You could do it with vinyl. You could do it with cork. Whatever puts you in your happy place. So this is the bottom of this one is the linen, and then the top is regular cotton. So you can mix and match. Batiks would be really pretty. Super easy for a beginner. Even the young girls who are starting to sew, you'll learn how to put a little zipper in, but it's super easy to put the zipper in. The easiest way of doing zippers that there is. Pretty much. So, yes, great beginner bag. This is really a pretty good beginner bag. It's not too bad. Again, not a lot of binding, and that's what a lot of people don't like. Well, this one has more binding. It's not a by-any bag. It is, I don't have the name of the tote bag. The pattern comes with the kit. It's only available right now with the kit. So we have this really fun sewing machine fabric. So we have a gray with kind of antique sewing machines on.
That is cool.
Isn't that cool? Really cool, neat colors of sewing machines. Then we have the black with all the scissors and things. Mm-hmm. Those are cool. We have kind of a border stripe that I kind of fussy cut and use for my pockets. Then this in kind of a aqua teal. Really, that's what I use for this one. And then again, we have little bobbins or spools of thread.
Yeah, very cool.
And then we made our kits with 2 different trim on. So I made this one with this kind of aqua trim, and we also have kits with the purple trim. So it's called My Sewing Tote. So you can go My Sewing Tote Aqua or My Sewing Tote Purple, and you can pick the color trim that you want on there.
Take a good look.
Yeah. So there's 3 pockets on the outside, front, and back. So you can see I used the little black scissors on the bottom, and then I used the stripe in the center, and then I used the sewing machine up on top, and then made my straps. Your kit comes with the strapping to cover with your fabric, and then on the inside I put these spools of thread. So you can see there is some binding on this, but the binding is it's big. You're not binding all kinds of little seams. So the binding is not too bad. It was pretty simple. And this I think I made this in, I don't know, a day. It probably took me a good day to make this, but really fun. And we have kits for both color waves, purple and aqua. So the fabrics are really fun. I also made out of this little sewing fabric, the little, is this going to fall? Probably going to fall. Stay. Okay. I made the little So Organized, caddies. They're little caddies. So, it comes with 2 little pockets, and down here is a little, pin cushion, and little pockets up here to put all kinds of little sewing gadgets and tools. It holds seam rippers and rotary cutters and friction pens and pins and all kinds of things. And it comes in with this wire rack that your little pattern or your little fabric tote just slides down onto. So you can throw this in your happy tote bag and bring it to class with you, with all of your little tools all organized in it. Great for just any kind of desk for kids or for college students or for husbands' desks. They can put all their little things in, maybe not with the sewing machine fabric, but maybe with something else. But a few little scraps of fabric and you can make these really quick. You need a little elastic for your little pockets here that comes with the kit, and the instructions come with the elastic and the wire holder. Here's the wire holder. So there, we made some years ago that had like one of those plexiglass stands like this. And a lot of times you would throw this in your bin or your sewing machine bag and those little plastic things would crack. This is really heavy duty and sturdy and really has a little bit more weight when it's sitting on the table than those plastic stands did. So really super simple to make. I think I made it at a sleep in your own bed in like half a day in the morning. I popped it together in the morning. Instructions are very, very good. Very simple to follow. So it goes together really easy. So Organized, it's called. We don't have little kits for these, but a couple of fat quarters gets the job done. Doesn't take much.
Very cool.
No. Oh, and then here's our little kits with the purple and the aqua for the my sewing totes. So super cute. Really, really cute.
Yeah.
Oh.
For that one.
For this one. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. We did not make any kits up for these yet. If you want a kit, just holler. We'll make a kit. Otherwise, it's a yard or so of a couple fabrics to make that happen. I have this really fun Quilt-as-you-go table runner. Oops, I knew I was going to end up knocking that down. Quilt-as-you-go table runner. We have little kits for it. It is 13.5 by 48 inches long. We made ours out of sunwashed, it's called. Really, really pretty fabric. Super easy to do. You use your Stripology ruler to cut your 2.5-inch strips, and you draw some lines on some battings, and you quilt as you go, and bada boom, bada bing, it's all done. So your kit comes with backing, binding, and little fabric to cut your little strips, and in one afternoon you can have your little table runner all done. Really fun project, and I like it that as you're going along, you're quilting it as you go along. So you're just stitching and flipping. So you'll put 2 squares of fabric on each one of these strips, and you'll draw a line diagonally, and you get your first one started, and then you just keep going all the way down until you got them all your little strips on. Stitch and flip, stitch and flip, stitch and flip, and you're done. Ta-da! So that's called the Fast and Furious Runner. Fast and Furious Runner. Then, while I was making my little bags this weekend, I was also embroidering. So this is what came off of the embroidery machine this weekend. Joe was keeping Bailey and Gizmo busy playing with them so that I could do 2 things at once. Because otherwise Bailey's on top of my sewing machine chewing on the thread. So, and the machine doesn't like that. So he was keeping them busy, and then all of a sudden it got really quiet, and I went in the living room and they were all sleeping. So then I got a lot of stuff done. So they all tired each other out, and off I went. So this is called Steampunk Halloween. We will be getting some Steampunk Halloween fabric. It's really kind of cool and fun fabric. You can show that. I don't think he has a name. Steampunk Cat, I guess. So it's Steampunk Halloween. There's 12 different designs in here with all of the different files, of course, that you need, and a variety of different sizes. These are some of the other designs that are on there. Those are really cool. Yeah, you can hold it. It's kind of shiny because of the paper or plastic, but that's what it looks like. Steampunk Halloween embroidery design. If you need help getting your design from your CD to a stick, just bring it in. We'll help you make that happen.
Those are cool.
They're very cool. And the fabric will have these little guys on it that comes in. The fabric is coming in June. So I have a little time to get my things embroidered, and I will put together some type of very simple quilt pattern using some of the larger images and the fabric, and we'll make a quilt using these. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So that's my first one. He was very cute. Then I'm going to... I'll slide this back. I'm going to slide this back, and right in front of our fabric here on the floor is our quilt block doormat. Now, I showed you these. You didn't really see it for real. You saw it online. I sent out a flyer on it, and a lot of people pre-ordered those. They actually pre-ordered them last July with a promise that they would come in March, and they did. So they actually came in when they said they would come in. So we have some extra ones. If you didn't get one then, these are available now. There's no further discount on those. They're $29.99. A really nice sturdy doormat. We've had one out in front of our door, our entry door, all winter long. Not outside, but inside where you come in and wipe your feet. And it's a really good mat. It still looks really good after we've wiped our feet on it 100 million times with the snow and everything. So really nice mats, really cute with the little quilt block on. So we have some of those still available if you're interested. So a lot of times we called and a lot of people go, I ordered a what? From a when? And then they go, oh yeah, I remember ordering that now. It's because it's been a while. But I told you it was going to be a while. So, and they're here now and ready for pickup. So everybody should have been called, and so stop in and pick yours up. Okay, we can come over and we can look at this fabric. This is called Vibe, and it's from Quilting Treasures. And this has been, I have a project picked out to make with this fabric, and we were trying to make kits, and people were buying it as we were trying to make kits. The fabrics are really, really cool. Really neat.
They're all really neat colors.
The colors are neat, and there's a lot kind of going on in there. Like if you look at each color, each fabric, there's a lot of different colors in there, which gives it a lot of depth and texture and just a lot of interest all along. So people have been picking these up. I'm going to see if I can get some more. I don't know if it's a one and done thing or if they have more available. We'll be calling this week because I made some kits, and like each and every one is just as cool as the next. There's purple ones. There's every color. They're just really pretty. This one, I don't know why I got two of this one, but yeah, there's two of this one. Yeah, there's the navy blue too. So let me show you the project that we did out of it, which is right behind you, Joe. And also, wait, he always loves this when I go over there, but come over here first. And then go back over here, and then come over here. Come down here. We have 2 wide backs in that. So there's 2 wide backs. I'm going to see if there's more. I think they had wide backs of every color. That's kind of a lot, but we might pick and choose a few more wide backs, because the colors are really cool, like especially like maybe the blacks or the grays even the colors are just, there's so much going on in each and every one. They're so pretty. Yeah, there's just so much you could use this for. There could make a great stripology quilt. One of the stripology quilts would be gorgeous. So this is the quilt that I made with it.
Wow.
I know. I think it's really cool. I love it. I just think it's really great. It's a great guy quilt, a great even like wedding quilt when you don't know what the people like or want. And it looks really hard, doesn't it? It looks super complicated, doesn't it?
It does.
But Joe said it does, but it's not. And I'll show you how it works in a second. I'm going to come over here and then we're going to go back. Okay, so we're going to come over. Oh, you're going to follow me over here. Okay, you can follow me anywhere, whichever way you want. You could be up here.
Where to go?
So this is the block that you make. This is it. That's the only thing you're making. And you're making it in a variety of colors. So this is not complicated. It's a rectangle with a square. That's all it is. You could do this, right? You could take a rectangle, put a square on, and I sewed these all on using my laser light. So by the time I was done doing this, I was really good with that laser light. Because, you know, if you've gotten the laser light and you tried the laser light, it takes a little bit of time to get used to using it and getting used to looking at the laser and the point and not looking at your needle and the line. So it takes a little bit of time, there's a little bit of a learning curve to it. But once you get used to it, it goes really fast. So generally speaking, I would have had to take all of the squares that I put on this rectangle and drew lines. I didn't have to do that. All I had to do is lay the square down, point that you make. You're going to make a right side and a left side. So you have two diagonals that are going this way, meeting in a point down in the middle, so to speak. So a couple times at a sleep in your own bed, I was talking and laughing and talking some more and not paying attention. And so then I made them all go one direction instead of making some go, doing the two directions. So you're going to make a right and a left out of each color combination that they tell you. And something ripple. And it's not the hardest part, but the part that takes you maybe a little bit longer than anything else is labeling. Because you've got all of these colors, you can see that I have little plastic bags with letters on each plastic bag. So labeling and lettering your blocks, and then once you sew this block together, it gets a new number. And so you want to put that number on this block. So taking the time to put a little sticker on here or whatever method you like to use to label your blocks, labeling them is important. Once you get everything labeled correctly, then it's just a matter of sewing them together. So let's go back and take a look at the quilt, and I'll show you how it goes together. So you can see how, I'm going to walk in front for just a half a second. So you can see how on these two blocks, I have one coming this way and one coming this way. So I have a right and a left of each one of these. So every place there's a right and a left. Okay, so it'll say make 5 right and 5 lefts. And that's what you'll do. You put them in a bag, label them, set them aside, make some more. So you'll make all of those combinations. Make them, put them in a bag, go on to the next one. So it took me one day at a sleep in your own bed to make all of my little rectangles. And then it took me 2 days at home sewing it together. So when you sew it together, what you're doing is you're sewing a strip. You're sewing your rows going this way. So you can see here's a rectangle, and you'll have another rectangle, and each one of these will have a letter or a number, and the diagram is super good, and the instructions are super good. So you can sew, I would just sew my row together, then go on to make the next one. Actually, what I did is I laid them out on my sewing table, and I could get half a row on my sewing table. So here's the center. And you can see, if you look at these are all going this way, and then these are all going this way. So hence your right and your left. I'd have to look again. I have to look at the pattern again, and we'll let you know what size it is. So really that's all there is to it. And like I said, the instructions are really good. They tell you each one of these has a letter and a number, and it's like a bingo card kind of thing. So I put the whole row together, then I sewed my next row all together. I added this row to this row and looked at it really close, because you can after 2 rows, you can already see this little design coming out. So you can see if you make a mistake. So I would sew this row together, lay them down, look at them. If they looked right, sew them together, then moved on. So to get this design, what you do is you sew row 1, 2, 3, and 4. You sew one of each one of these rows. Then you're going to come along and you sew row 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. You sew 2 of those, because row 5 is here and row 5 is over there. So you make 2 duplicate rows, and then you start sewing those together coming this way. And that's how it makes this design going into the center. Isn't that cool?
It is cool.
So, yeah, so you're actually making 2 of each of those rows at a time. So that makes it go pretty quickly too, if you get them all laying the right way.
Yeah, people are.
But you can kind of see.
Beautiful. Somebody asked, how big is it?
Yeah, we'll figure. I'm not sure where they put the kits. I think they're on the table.
It's that big.
This big. It's a really good size. It's a good size. We'll go. She's going to go look. We didn't get a label on this one. And then the other thing that I really like is how she quilted it. So this is, you can really see the back. Look at the wavy. Oops. Can you get that? Okay. Look at the kind of swirly waves
Very cool.
that it is. It's so cool. And this is the backing. This is your extra wide backing that goes on it. So really cool. And you can switch out your border. If you're a purple person, put a purple border on there. If you like the red, put a little red border on. It will come with these 2 borders, but you can add another border. 66 by 78 and a half. So it's a really good size. This big, 66 by 78 and a half. So it's a good size. It's really cool. It was fun to do. Really fun to do. Very cool. So that's my little story on that. I really enjoyed making that quilt.
Awesome.
Yeah, really different. And there's not a lot of stuff that has points that match and things, so those aren't really hard to do. And it just went together really well.
Somebody wants to know, is it a class?
It might be a class. If enough people ask for it to be a class, we could do it as a class. It's really not real difficult. Like I said, it's in the numbering and the lettering of your fabric as you go along. But it's really doable. It's not hard. It's really not. This pattern is from I put the pattern right over here, I thought. Oh, I guess it is on the table. There it is. Last month we did the little hearts. Many of you picked up this pattern. We have the pattern on here again. It's called Modern Holiday Table Runners. So a lot of people did the little hearts. This month we did the little tulips. So here's the tulip table runner. It is 17, it's 17 by 47. So really fun little, again, use your little laser light to do all of these little angled corners. You don't have to draw lines. All you do is point and shoot with your laser. If you guys want me to re-demo that laser so you can see how it works, I'm happy to do that next time. But let me know. It's really a lot of fun once you get used to it. So the little tulips, spring tulips table runner is really happy. I have little tulips starting to come up in my garden. I hope they don't get disappointed. I hope we don't get a snowstorm and they get upset. That won't be good. But yep, a few little things poking their heads out in my garden. St. Patrick's Day right around the corner. Some of the girls were doing this little St. Patrick's Day project at Sleep in Your Own Bed, and they made it in one day. It's really fun, fast, easy to do. I can't see my pattern. It got moved. It is called something. Four-leaf clover. Roll me over in the clover. I don't know what I did with those. Look for it. I think the picture is in the Patchwork Party section of the website, so it'll be easy to find the kit. So there's a kit with all the little pieces, front and back and binding, all together in your kit to make the little Irish table runner. Very sweet. Very cute. So there's still time to get that made. You can do it. We have a new crop of vinyl. So we have new jelly vinyl from Sassafras. Lots of fun colors. They're fabulous colors. Awesome colors. If you remember one time I showed you at Patchwork Party how to make these. So there's 9 sizes, and these are the boxy pouches. Made those all out of the jelly vinyl with the cute little zippers and pulls and things. So this was called the boxy pouch. Look at the itty bitty ones.
Boxy pouch.
Boxy pouch. Everything from little all the way up to big. Ta-da, 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 ta-da. So very cool. Fun to make. You don't have to bind anything because it's vinyl. And so all your little seams are done. Nothing's going to fray. Look how cute that is. Boxy pouches. And then we also did the zipper pouches out of the vinyl. So we have the brand new colors, lots of fun colors and things. We were kind of out and we were waiting for these to come in because, oh, there's no picture for this. It's called Luck of the Irish. I'm going to sneeze. Hopefully only once. Okay. Luck of the Irish table runner.
Luck of the Irish.
Zipper pouches, boxy pouches. Lots of fun, fast, easy projects to do. Now that you might have to get out in your yard pretty soon to do some yard work. So fast and easy projects. So these are the botany fabrics that I used for the tote bags. So this one are linen. And then these two are regular cotton. These two are the linen. So we have linen and cotton. So really fun. Makes great bags. You're going to love it. Okay. Then I have, don't forget that I have a really good demo for you guys tonight towards the end. It's going to change your life. It's going to blow your mind. Your life will never be the same after, I'm serious, Jill's laughing. Your life will never be the same after you see this demo. I'm just saying. I would not lie to you.
Might be overselling.
I'm not you wait. You wait, and the ladies will tell you when they see this demo that I have just changed their quilting life forever. It will never be the same. For the good. Not for the bad, for the good. Okay. But first, we have some fun. It's time to get ready. It's time to open up the cottage. It's time to go up to the lake. So we have some fun lake panels. Aren't those cool? I was thinking we'd eat these on our porch. I'm thinking I'm going to make these into pillows. And we have some beautiful chairs on our porch that I could put these on. Joe doesn't like those chairs. He says they're uncomfortable. But if I make these pillows and put on there, you're going to love them. You will love those chairs. He's rolling his eyes. He hates those chairs, but they're awesome. So we've got life is better at the lake. Go jump in the lake. The best days. I can't read up. Sunshine and lake water. I'm reading from behind. Always paddle your canoe. So really cool. Very fun.
Include sunshine and lake water.
Yes, best days.
You
So
gotta-
that's,
you gotta say that.
what is it? The best days include sunshine and lake water. So really fun. And the little A-frame house and the paddles and everything have little quilt blocks on them. So they're really cool. So these are the pillows. And then there's a quilt panel. So we haven't done anything with this yet, but we're going to. Do I have it upside down? No, I do not. So here's the little lake house. It's better to wake at the lake. So really, really fun. So pretty panel. We'll make a quilt of some kind out of this for next time. Then these are the go withs up here for it. So here's some, like your backing, or I'd probably put this on the back of the pillows.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that has a repeat of some of the panels.
Nice.
And there's fish, more fish. There's some paddles and other little lake stuff. So really just a nice, the colors are really nice for your cottage or your lake house. So you could make a little something fun for that. And then we have another panel. And this, Yeah, we just have the panel for this one. We haven't done anything with this one. This one says cabin rules. And it says enjoy the day, wake up smiling.
They can see it.
Okay, good. Because I can't read them upside down and backwards.
Yeah, they can see it.
Go fishing. So a really nice lake rules or cabin rules panel.
Very cool.
So that's very cool for your cabin or your lake house for up north. Okay, then I have some placemats for St. Patrick's Day. You could still pop out a few of these. They don't take long. So there's 6 different placemats. All Irish and in green. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Friends and family can always be found at the end of the rainbow. Aww. And then there's your pot of gold. Pot of gold. And in the house, we create our own luck. In this house, we create our own luck. And so you can see there's 3 different backings. So the backings and the binding are included in the kits. So you can do 2 from each of the backing and bindings. So those are all included in your little kit. They are called Placement of the Month March. There we go. They weren't in the thing. Placement of the Month March. So that's that. Okay, then we're going to come back around over here. This one is our, oops, Joe's going to get the light. This is called our Simply Charms project for March. If you remember, we had, well, last month we sold out of. This month is a flannel. And in your kit this month, you will get 2 sets of charms. You're going to get, oops, I can't find it. Oh, I guess it's not in here. You're going to get some white charm squares. Is this all stuck in here? Oh, here it is. Sorry. You're going to get some white charm squares. And you're going to get some colored charm squares. Both flannel. And all you're going to do is put these together and make half square triangles. And you'll sew your half square triangles together to make this little design. This comes out to be 47 by 57. It's very cool. Nice, cute little border on it. You could buy 2 kits and make a big lap size. That's what I would do because I think it's really cool. And of course, it comes in one of our really cool sew and save project bags. So it comes all packaged with everything. You have to provide your own backing. But the front, the binding, the pattern, and this cute little project bag for this month. So this one is just called Sparkle. Sparkle. So again, really kind of cool quilting she did on this. Really neat. Yeah, I really like the design that she put on there. Really fun. Super fast, fun, and easy. Squares are already cut, so you don't have to cut any squares to do that. Then up here we have this beautiful little spring quilt. and it is called the Spring Wreath Wall Hanging, and I think it's about 40 by 40. Yeah, I measured it before class. It's about 40 by 40. So it has a panel. The panel has the wreath and then the 6 little squares next to it on either side. So we also have just the panel available as well, and that's called Celebrate the Seasons. And that's the spring one. So very sweet, super easy to put together. Very happy little project. Really fun. Just in time. Yes, just kind of Eastery. You could even just get the panel and make this as a little table topper and maybe make some little mug rugs out of the other little squares that are in your panel. And that would be really cute too. Very cute. Panel's really nice. Then we have butterflies and blooms. And this is 44 by 62. We have this in a kit. And I think we also have just the panel. And your panel on this is the center of this. So your panel is this. Isn't it this too? I should grab it. And look, I thought it was this part too. And you cut it and put this little extra piece in. So really cute little butterflies and blooms in the little bird bath. And then this is just a simple little piano keyboarder that goes around it with a little 4-patch in the corner. She did, again, a really nice job of quilting with little flowers. And just a very sweet project. So butterflies and blooms. So that's very cool. Okay, then we're going to have you come around the front when you're done. Yeah. We'll come around this way. We'll do our little carrot table runner. Really fun project to do again. The carrots were really easy to do. And then your little checkerboard on the inside is all strip pieced. So that makes that project really fun, fast, and easy to do. So really fun with the little check border on it. And your backing comes along with it, a little Easter backing on it. But again, she's did a really cool job of quilting on it. Each every carrot has a little bit something different on it. So this was fun. I put this together in an afternoon. It really went together quick. These are little half square triangles to make your little carrot tops, and it was called, I thought I had it over here. Oh, I do. Is it what?
On the side, by the binding, is that carrots?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yes, she put little carrots in the quilting. So this is called the Chubby Carrots Table Runner. I know, I love the little plaid binding on it. Yeah, she put little carrots going around the outside of that. It's amazing. Yeah. Don't forget to like us and share us and comment so that your name goes into the Facebook prize picker outer for the end of the night. And PP20 gets you 20% off your anything that I'm showing you tonight. You leave that right there?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Then I pull these over. We have new coffee mugs. So we've been playing with some new designs for coffee mugs. I think we had this one last month. It says, "Life is just better when I'm quilting."
Oh, that's cool.
So we have really nice mugs. They're metal. People were asking if they were plastic or metal. And a couple of ladies got them, and they were using them in the sleep in your own bed, and they said it really kept their coffee hot for a really long time. This one says, "When life gives you scraps, make a quilt." This one is simple. It just says coffee and quilting. It's really good. And this is eat, sleep, quilting, repeat.
Can't beat that.
So really cute. There are, so these are up on our website. There's no further discounts on these because part of the sale of these goes to Jim and some of his charities. So we'll give Jim a little contribution every time you buy one of our mugs or one of our project bags all made up. So he gets a little contribution for the veterans or whoever he's working with that needs a little help these days. Our book for this month is called Quilter's Pre-Cut Companion. Everything you need to know about making quilts with pre-cuts. That's what it says. It's an all-in-one guide to pre-cuts. Okay, so it's kind of nice. It kind of has this little ring binder thing so that you can kind of flip it and lay it down flat when you're using it. It has all kinds of really good information in, except I can't turn the pages. It has it has pre-cuts and quilt sizes. So if you're making quilts, it tells you how many charm packs or layer cakes or jelly rolls that you need to make a particular size quilt. Tells you what you can get cut out of fat quarters and layer cakes and charm packs, how many, squares and strips and that kind of thing. Then it also tells you what you need for borders. So there's a lot of good cheat sheets for borders, how much fabric do you need for a border if your quilt is 24 by 24 and you're using an 1.5 inch border, how many strips do I need? Or how much fabric do I need? It gives you all of that information. Quilt sizes for larger borders, all kinds. This is just like a really good guide to have. Stick it in your car, bring it with you. Sizing of squares that you need to make various lengths of bias binding, and we're going to talk about that. That's going to be our demo tonight. That one that I was telling you about. You're gonna love it. I'm just telling you right now. Okay. How much yardage you need to make regular binding? How much fabric and how you need to sew those together for your backs. All those kinds of things are in here. How to make quilt blocks. Really, really a great book with lots of useful information that we use all the time. So just a great handy little book to have around.
Name again?
It is called Quilter's Pre-Cuts Companion.
Cool.
So very, very cool. All righty. I think I've showed you a whole bunch of stuff. Now would you like to see my demo? Yes. Don't forget to like us. Don't forget to share us. Don't forget to comment so that your name goes in and you might win a gift card for tonight. And also PP20 gets you 20% off of everything that I showed you tonight. So check out our website, stop in the store, and we'll get you hooked up. Are you ready? I know that your most favorite thing to do, well, number one most favorite thing to do is binding. And then the number 2 most favorite thing to do is bias binding. Oh, I know. Everybody just cringed. Don't turn this off because you're going to want to know this. So bias binding is really hard to do. Everybody fusses and frets, and you would get. I know that people go, I would make that, but do you have to have a bias binding on it? And if you say yes, then they just cringe and walk away. I'm going to show you how to make bias binding tonight. It's going to be so easy. You're just going to want to make bias binding all day long. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Okay, you're going to need a 2.5 inch ruler. This is a 36.5 inch. There's also a 24.5 inch that would work really well as well. This is on our website. PP20 gets you 20% off of the rulers that I'm showing you tonight. So you're going to need that. You're going to need a piece of fabric. The bigger the piece of fabric, the longer your strip of binding is going to be. So you're going to use a fat quarter, and I'm going to show you how to make bias binding out of this fat quarter and this ruler, this little guy too. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. I'm going to lay out, I pressed my, my fat quarter. I'll lay it out on my cutting table. And I'm going to start actually with it doesn't matter which edge you start with, but I'm going to start with my selvage edge. And I kind of line my fabric up. And when I do it on my sewing table, I have my bigger mat. So I kind of make my point from here and here going on the same line of my mat. So if I'm lining it up with 12, I would just follow that and kind of make it kind of go straight. If it's not perfectly straight, it doesn't matter. It's okay. Just keep going. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to lay my ruler down on top of this, and I kind of get it in the center. So this is 36 inches, so I get about 18 inches in the middle of my ruler and my fabric kind of lined up in the center. I'm just going to take this and I'm going to fold it up.
Fold it up out.
Just like this. I'm just going to take my edge and I'm going to fold it up and line up my point with the top of my ruler.
Okay.
Okay? Now I'm going to take it and I'm just going to roll it.
Roll it.
I'm rolling it. This is all I'm doing. You can do that, right?
Sure. I could do that.
Even Joe could do that. I'm going to slide my ruler out, set it aside, and then I'm going to cut my binding. So I'm going to kind of flip this because I'm going to start over here. You can see how I kind of have a V right here. I'm going to start cutting on this edge. So I'm going to take my smaller 2.5 inch ruler. You could cut it at 2 1/4. Doesn't matter. I'm going to line up my 2.5 inch ruler right along my folded edge. I'm going to cut here. Oops. And here. Don't cut backwards like I am, but you can. And here's a strip. I'm going to go all the way along my strip and cut 2.5 inch strips to make 2.5 inch binding. All the way along. And as I'm doing this, I am making bias binding.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. And I would go all the way to the end. Here's a strip of bias binding. Look how stretchy it is. Not only that, I have little diagonal lines to sew. So now I can match this diagonal line with this diagonal line, and I sew these two together. Okay, so here's one that I sewed together. So I lined those two up, sewed it at 1/4 inch, and I'll press it. Here's this is just 2 pieces of that. So obviously, and so here's, like, I made all of this bias binding from that one fat quarter. Would it get around a whole quilt? Depends on what size. This would probably, I would say probably a 1/2 yard would get around a lap quilt. And you can do this with a 1/2 yard of fabric. Make sure that your cutter is sharp so that you can get through all the layers, because the bigger your fabric is, you know, the more layers you're gonna have a few more layers and it's gonna be longer. So you just keep cutting, and ta-da!
Somebody asked what size ruler you use to roll the fabric.
I used my 2.5 by 36 because that gave me plenty of room for that fabric to roll around. And then I used my 2.5 by 12.5 because then I could lay this on here, and as opposed to like a 2.5 inch ruler, you know, a 2.5 inch square, I can lay this on here and I can really hold on to this ruler. I have something to hang on to while I'm cutting.
Somebody wants to know if the fabric needs to be square.
No, I used a fat quarter, and a fat quarter is not square. Yeah. So the closer to the edge you get, the smaller pieces you're going to get. And the larger piece of fabric you have, the longer strips you'll have. So if you use a 1/2 yard of fabric, you're going to get a lot more strips and you're going to get larger strips. The fat quarter will make smaller strips. But it just, was I right?
You're
This
right.
changed your life, right?
Well, it changed my life totally.
Joe, you could cut it at 2 1/4. Yeah, I just used it for demonstration purposes, but I could take it And I would use my 2.5-inch ruler again. I have this little 1/4-inch mark on here. If I wanted 2 1/4, I would line up that little 1/4-inch mark at the edge and cut here, and I'd have 2 1/4. So see how I have that little 1/4-inch? I would line that up with the edge and cut a 2 1/4-inch. Then I would use that little, I would sew my pieces all together. I would press my seams open, and then I would run it through the little binding tool that I showed you last month. Done. Done. Is this amazing or what?
It's amazing.
I'm telling you, right?
Somebody said, we do think this is cool, Joe.
See, I told you. Let's change your life. Now you will do bias binding, right? You don't mind it. It's not scary. Doesn't have to be scary. It's this easy. That cool? I thought this was the coolest thing.
Very cool.
Yes. Can I show you anything else tonight? Does anybody have any questions? Any other questions? No? Keep your eyes open. We've got lots of things coming up. I just ordered tons of fabric. We have so many fun things that we're going to do. I can't even tell you. You're just going to have to come and watch Patchwork Party again so that you see it when it comes in. So stuff is going to be flying in. Yeah.
It's happening.
So yeah, it's happening. It's happening. I can tell you a couple of things. People have been asking for batting in a bag, like crib size and lap size and twin size. And we used to carry it in bags, and then as well as on the whole roll. And then COVID hit, and it was like impossible to get it, so we kind of stopped carrying it. But people have been asking for it more and more. So I have a bunch of it on order. There's going to be like warm and natural. There'll be a blend. There'll be different sizes. So we'll have a variety of those in a bag. People have been asking for that. What else was I going to tell you that we're just going to get? Oh, I've ordered a lot of fabric, and I have found that so far in ordering, most things are coming. I think we're October-ish, September-ish, things are coming in. The prices have not gone up yet. So we're still good through September. Now, I don't know what's going to happen the next round of ordering that we have, but for right now, prices are kind of staying stable. We've just got our first load of new basics coming in of just solid fabrics. People have been asking for more solid fabrics. So we're getting more of those. So we have 300 coming in, over 300 coming in. So I've got the first 100 so far, more coming in from Riley Blake and Bella Solids. So we've got those two coming in as well, and those prices are holding fast for us because we've ordered a lot. So we don't have to raise our prices on those. So we're keeping our prices as low as we can for as long as we can for y'all and for us too. So that's all I can tell you about that. And so far, shipping has still been okay. There's still a few shipping issues, but we get stuff when we get it, and we're happy. So, and hang in there with us. Everything seems to be going good. So lots of new fabric and things coming in. So watch your emails. Stop in often. And we will see you again very soon. Have a great St. Patrick's Day. And eat lots and lots of drink lots of green beer, and eat lots of corned beef.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
And we will see you again soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Bye. Bye.